I don't think there's anything wrong specifically with drinking, but personally, I decided to stop drinking 609 days ago. And as an entrepreneur, I think you should know the truth. If anything, quitting alcohol made me lose friends, made me lose dates, made me feel very awkward at family events, made me feel very awkward at networking events or masterminds that I attended to because everyone else was drinking. But despite those feelings, I think we can all agree that there's nothing good about alcohol. Zero benefits, and it's literally classified as a carcinogen. So objectively, we know that alcohol is bad. But this video isn't about the obvious. This isn't about how it's going to mess up your health. It's about saying no to the things you know you have to say no to when everyone else is saying yes. After helping my clients make more than $17 million online, I've realized that there are 3 things you have to say no to if you want to be a successful entrepreneur. The first thing that you need to stop saying no to is probably something that you're subconsciously doing and you don't even know. There's a really good book called Outwitting the Devil. He says everyone that's not objectively making better decisions from themselves are just called drifters. And I feel like nowadays, because everyone's so in social media, drowning themselves with social media and dopamine, I feel like 99% of people don't understand how bad it is what they're doing. It's not scrolling, because everyone scrolls, I scroll, like whatever. But it's the fact that anytime that you're scrolling and you see women, money, cars, trips, travels, etc., you're thinking to yourself that you are not in the best position to make yourself successful. What that means is you feel like you're behind. You feel like everyone else has to figure it out. And I can tell you right now, if I'm being honest, I don't have it figured out. My mentors tell me all the time they don't have it figured out. They're like trying things out every single day. So nobody has it figured out. That's the one thing. But I think you know this. But subconsciously, when you're scrolling, when you're seeing all these success stories, when you're seeing my client wins, when you're seeing my travels, when you're seeing somebody else's cars and mansions and trips and women and all this stuff, you're lying to yourself because you're making yourself believe that you're not where you're supposed to be. And you're making yourself believe that everyone else out there is better than you. This form of self-sabotage, you have to quit. And the way I teach my clients how to do this is not just saying quit self-sabotaging, quit thinking bullshit things. No, it's not that. It's not starting with your goal in mind. So my goal is hitting consistent 100K months. My goal is impacting the lives of millions of people through helping my clients because my clients are gorgeous. So rather than thinking about that every single day, which I do, and I'm not just like, I have to do this every single day. Like I have to sign 100 clients today. Not that, but reverse engineering to the smallest little things that I can do today. That if I do, I know that if I cross those things, every single day, I am going to be successful, which I am. But the way I keep track of that and the way I teach my clients to keep track of that, let me show you, is I have this very simple journal and I track things this way. Every single day, I cross little X's on my journal that tell me every time I did a good habit that I need to do. So for example, called exposure, which just basically means I'm forcing myself to feel something I don't like and controlling myself in bad situations. This is not called plunging. This is not, but it's like literally just turning the shower to the coldest and that's it. Exercising, text a mate, so text a friend, read my Bible first thing in the morning, text my family, meditate, go visualization, read more than 10 pages a book, no phone in the morning, show up on social media, ideate one Instagram post, and ideate one YouTube. If I cross all those things every single day, I know for a fact that I'm gonna be better than yesterday. And I'm not lying to myself. It's impossible to lie to myself because I'm crossing things here. So if I cross things, I know I did them. If I don't cross them, I know I didn't do it. So I'm not lying to myself. That's the first thing you have to do. This forces myself to see if I'm actually failing or not, rather than me pretending that things I see on social media are the things that are going to determine whether I'm failing or not. So that's the first thing. The second thing you have to do is you have to make a good commitment. You have to quit disappointing yourself. You have to quit if you have a bad day, going through the week as if, fuck it, I already had a bad day, I'm just going to keep doing bad things. Like you have to stop being a POS to yourself. You have to stop saying you're going to the gym tomorrow and you don't. You have to stop saying you're going to do something and you don't do it, because you wouldn't do that to your partner. You wouldn't do that to your clients. Like if you tell your clients, hey, I'm going to host a training tomorrow and you don't, like you're not going to do that. So why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you putting things on the calendar and then just saying, I'm not going, or I'll start tomorrow, or I'll train tomorrow? Why are you doing those things when you wouldn't do it to other people? When, if anything, you should be the person that loves yourself the most. And by you disappointing yourself every single day, you're just making it inevitable for you to be miserable and a failure. So one of the ways I've done this personally is, rather than sharing my goal, which I just did, funny enough, which is like, 100K months, 100 clients, etc. Rather than sharing your goal, share your commitment. So rather than me saying, I'm gonna go sober, I'm just saying, I'm not drinking for the rest of my life. And here's the base that I've not drunk anything. So I have it on my phone I showed this to people, 607 days of not drinking. So rather than sharing your goal, share your commitment to it. I'm doing this. So rather than saying, I want this goal, you're saying, I'm doing whatever. I'm doing this. I'm committing to it. But please quit disappointing yourself. The last thing is, if you want to be successful as an entrepreneur, this is the lesson I learned from 610 days of being sober, is you have to go sober. And this isn't about alcohol. You have to go sober from bad habits. You have to go sober from bad friendships, bad circles, bad relationships, really bad habits. You have to say no to the things that you know that are not good for you, to things you fight internally that you don't share with people, that you know are not good for you, to habits that destroy yourself internally and externally. You have to go sober from all those things, because if you don't, you're being a hypocrite, because you know you're doing bad things, but you don't quit. You're not being sober. And I'm sorry, but if you can't keep your word to yourself, then how do you pretend people are going to rely on you for advice, for business advice, fitness advice, relationship advice? You can't even keep your word to yourself. Listen, as a founder and as an entrepreneur, it's not like you have a boss telling you everything that you need to do every time you show up to the office. You sometimes sit in front of a computer and you wonder, what do you have to do that day? And it's probably a million different things. Again, as a business, you have to know how to create good content, how to convert people into clients, how to keep clients, give them results, keep them happy. Like, there's a million things. So because you have to do a million things every single day and it feels confusing and it feels overwhelming, the one thing you truly need in life and in business, specifically in business, it's clarity. And you get clarity by eliminating everything else that doesn't move you forward. So those three things. So quit lying to yourself by making sure you have the right habits you need to do every single day. Number two, you have to quit disappointing yourself by committing to the good things that actually give you results. And number three, you have to go sober from the bad things and the bad habits. Once you remove everything that's negative, you have more clarity on the things that you actually need to focus. Just cuts a lot of the BS every single day. So eliminate anything and everything that doesn't add up to your life. In Spanish, we have a saying, I'm not going to say it in Spanish, but in Spanish, we have a saying that's basically everything that it's not adding to your life is by definition subtracting from it. Being sober isn't about quitting alcohol. For me, it's one other thing, but it's about quitting everything and anything else that's destroying you from the inside and from the outside. And if you are aware of those things and you're not eliminating them, that's a bigger conversation. But once you do all of that, you're going to have less things taking your time, and you're going to have more time to focus on the things that truly matter in life: God, business, wealth, health, relationships. So I urge you to go sober. If alcohol is one of those things, go for it. But go sober from the things that are taken away from your life so you can build the life that you're meant to build. Hopefully this was helpful. You know, YouTube is smarter than most of us. So whatever video is recommending here, I would click that if I were you, especially if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a coach that's looking to scale. Down in the link below, I'll drop a description, I'll drop a video that explains how I've been helping my clients make more than $17 million online in coaching. So for now, I'll see you in the next one.